Hello everyone, this is Yamin, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can log in with Facebook in Laravel project. So here first of all let me just show you the demo. So here you can see we have a button over here, login with Facebook, and if I click on it, it will take us to different place where we have to give our Facebook email and password. And if I just write my password over here and then click login, it will take us to the dashboard of our Laravel project. So here you can see this is our dashboard. So we are able to successfully log in using our Facebook account in Laravel project. So I'm going to show you everything step by step how we can make a Laravel project where the user will be able to log in using Facebook account, and I will make this as simple as possible. So let me just log out from here and let me close this. So right now let's go and create a Laravel project. So let's go to our folder and let's go to my new volume D, and over here I'm going to open a command prompt. Let me just zoom in, and here I'm going to say Laravel new, let's our project name will be Laravel FB login. Let's press enter and it will create our Laravel project. So I'll just fast forward the video for now. So here you can see that the project creation is complete, and here you can see the folder over here, Laravel FB login, which is our newly created project. And let's go to our project directory from the command prompt. So over here I'm going to say cd Laravel FB login. Then let's go and run the project php artisan serve. So right now we'll go to our browser and refresh, and here you can see this is our newly created Laravel project. So right now what we need to do is that we need to make authentication for our Laravel project. So for authentication you can use JStream or Breeze, anything, it doesn't matter, you just need to create the authentication. So I'm going to use JStream authentication for this tutorial. So let's go to our project directory again and let's open another command prompt here, and let me just zoom in again. And so for installing JStream we need to write over here composer require Laravel /JStream. So let's press enter and it will install JStream in our Laravel project. So here you can see our JStream is installed. After JStream we need to install library. So for it we are going to say over here php artisan JStream clone install livewire. Then we'll press enter and it will install library in our project. So here you can see that our library is also installed. So right now we'll run this command npm install. Press enter, and after npm install we'll see over here npm run build. So after npm run build we need to migrate our database, but before we migrate our database we need to make some changes in our user table. So let's go to our project. So I'm going to open my project using Sublime Text. So our project name was Laravel FB login, and then we'll select this folder and we'll close the previous project. And right now we'll just directly go to our database migration, and inside migration here you can see we have the user table. So inside this user table we are going to have a new column over here. So let me just copy a column from here and I'll paste it here, and here instead of email we are going to say Facebook underscore ID, and we also require to make it nullable. Okay, so let's save it, and after this we need to go to our app, then models, and then we'll go to user.php, and in the user.php we are going to mention this Facebook ID. Okay, so we'll directly go to user.php, and here inside this protected fieldable after password we are going to say Facebook and end it with a comma. Let's save it. So right now we can just close those two, user table and user.php model. So after this we need to run the command php artisan migrate, but before that we need to create the database over here, and by default in the env file our database name is Laravel FB login. So let's go to our browser and let's create the database. So I'll just go to my phpMyAdmin and then click new, and here we'll give our database name which is Laravel FB login, and then click create. So there's nothing inside this database. So right now if we just write the command php artisan migrate, it will migrate all the table in our database table. So right now if we refresh and Here you can see Laravel FB login, and if we go to the user table over here, if you go to the user table, here you can see we have the Facebook underscore ID over here as well. So right now if we go to our project and if we refresh, we'll see this login and registration option, and if I click login, here you can see it took us to the login page. So right now if you want to log in using Facebook account, then we have to first go to our projects, and in the project we have to go to the config folder, and in the config folder you will find this file services.php. We'll go over there, services.php, and over here inside this return we are required to write something for our Facebook account. So let me just copy this and we'll paste it over here, and instead of this we are going to say over here Facebook, and here instead of key we'll say here client underscore ID, then here it will be client underscore secret, and here instead of reason it will be redirect, direct, redirect. So we'll just remove this env from here. We'll just directly write the client ID over here. So let's remove the first bracket and the env first bracket and over here as well. So right now what you need to do is that we need to write over here the client ID, client secret, and a URL and a redirect URL over here, and where we are going to find the client ID, client secret, and redirect URL. So for this we need to go to developers.facebook.com/apps. So right now let me just go to my browser, and here I'm going to say developers.facebook.com/apps. So right now if I press enter, it will take us to this page. Over here you can see, so in this page or from this page here you will see a create app button over here. All you have to do is that click on this create app button, and then from here you can see we have to choose a type. So we'll just directly go down, and here we'll choose this none option. We'll just choose none and then click next, and then it will ask for the details. It means you have to give a name for your project. So let's say it will be Laravel FB login, and we will use the default email. So right now we'll just directly click on this create app, and then it will ask for your Facebook account password. Just give it over here your Facebook account password, and then click submit. Then it will reload and it will take you to this page, and from here you need to find Facebook login. So here you can see the Facebook login option over here. So just click over here set up, and then it will take you to this page where you have to choose iOS, Android, or web. You can choose all three of them, that's fine. You can make a login using Facebook in iOS, Android, web, all of them, but we are going to choose www, I mean the web. From here just click over here, and over here we need to give our site URL. So right now over here you can see site URL, and in the site URL you need to give your website name. Let's say you have abc.com, then you will write over here abc.com. But now we are trying to log in our device or in our local device. So for it what we have to do is that we need to copy this and we need to paste it over here. But right now if I click save, you will see an issue or error over here that this can't be a Facebook URL. The thing is we cannot use the IP address like this, so we have to use localhost. We'll say over here localhost. So right now if we write localhost 8000 like this, and if we now click save, it will not show us any error. Okay, so make sure to write localhost over here, and then we'll click over here save. And after this you do not require to do anything over here, that's fine. So after this what we'll do is that we'll go to this setting option in the Facebook login. Over here we are currently in the quick start, but right now we'll go to this setting option, and in the setting option over here we need to mention a path. So over here if you have a website, then what you have to do is that you have to write over here https clone / let's say your website name is abc.com, then you have to write over here /auth/facebook/ callback. If you have a website or domain, you have to write it like this. But since we are trying to log in our local server, so we do not have to write anything over here. We can just leave it empty. So if we leave it empty, what will happen? Let me just copy this, paste it here, and here we cannot write the IP address. So here I'll say here localhost, and after this we'll say over here auth/facebook/callback. And if I now press enter, so right now if we just have this URI, and then if we just click over here save changes, then over here you will see an error over here. So here you can see a message that HTTP redirects are automatically allowed while in development mode only and do not need to be added here. So what will happen is that it will automatically call this URL for local. But if your website is on server, then you have to give your website domain name over here. So we can just remove this and we'll just save changes. So basically we don't have to make any changes in the setting. Okay, so after this here you can see currently we are in the Laravel FB login dashboard, and so inside this dashboard here you can see setting option. So we'll go inside the setting, and here inside the setting you can see basic. Just click on this basic option, and then you can see the app ID which we needed over here in the client ID. So we'll just paste it over here. And then here you can see app secret. So I'll just click over here show, and then I'll just copy it and we'll paste it over here. But here you can see the redirect function. So in the redirect function we need to mention the IP address that we just remove from the setting from here, so we'll write that same address in the redirect. So here we're going to say http clone /localhost clone 8000 /auth/facebook/callback. So here you can see this is a URI. So for this URI we obviously required to make a route. So for it we'll go to our routes, then web.php, and over here we're going to make a route for our auth Facebook callback. For this we'll make a route, but before we make a route, let's go and create a controller first. So let me just see over here php artisan make clone controller Facebook controller. Let's press enter, and our controller is created. If I go to my app http controller, here you can see Facebook controller. So right now first let's go to our web.php, and here we're going to say use app /http /controllers Facebook controller. So after this we'll go down and write our route. So we'll say over here route clone get, and here we're going to make two routes, and one route will be obviously for this one, and another route will be, let me just show you. If I go to my Laravel project, the login option, so for Facebook login we'll have a button. So one of the route will be for that Facebook login button. Okay, so let's first write the route for the Facebook login button. So we'll say over here auth/Facebook, then we'll give a comma over here, and then two third bracket, and inside it we are going to mention our controller name, which is Facebook controller double clone class comma, and let's say the function name will be Facebook page. So after this let me just copy this and paste it here, and here we are going to say auth/Facebook/callback, and let's say the function name for this will be, let's just say Facebook redirect. That's fine, you can name it anything, it's fine, but this URL name is important. Okay, so after this what we'll do is that we are going to make a button for Facebook over here. So for it we'll go to our resource, then views, and inside views we have auth, and inside auth we have login.plate.php. So we'll just directly go down, and here you can see the form closed or ended over here. So here we'll give a div, and inside this div let's say a anchor tag, and here inside the href we'll give 2 second bracket, and we are going to say url to first bracket to single quotation, and we are going to mention this url or route. Let me just copy it, paste it here and in the anchor tag we are going to say login with Facebook. And then in the div let's just add a style over here. Style, it will be, let's say, text align, it will be center, and let's say background color sky blue. Let's save it and let's just refresh here. Okay, login with Facebook. We can modify the design, but let's just add a little bit padding. So after background color, let's over here margin top 20 px. Then we'll refresh here. Okay, so this is fine. So right now what we have to do is that we need to, here we already call this route auth / function over here. So we are currently required to create this function in the Facebook controller. So we'll go to our Facebook controller. So here we are going to say public function to first bracket then to second bracket. So inside this public function we are going to say return socialite double clone, then we'll say over here driver, and driver will be hot Facebook, and then we'll give this arrow sign redirect. I think the S will be capital for Socialite, and here you can see this Socialite. So we are using Socialite for getting the Facebook user ID. So but we haven't installed Socialite in our Laravel project, so we are required to install Socialite in our Laravel project so that we can log in using Facebook. So first of all, in order to install Socialite, we'll go to our command prompt again, and we just required to write just only one single command. So here we are going to say composer require Laravel / socialite. The spelling will be like this, SOCIALIT. Okay, so right now we'll press enter and it will install Socialite in our Laravel project. Here you can see it is installing and it's done. So right now what we'll do is that we need to mention the Socialite at the top of our controller. So we are going to say over here use Laravel / socialite / packets / and we again need to say Socialite. And since we want to log in, so obviously we need to mention the user model name and the auth name. So we'll say over here use app / models / user, and we are going to mention the auth as well. We'll say here use illuminate / support / packets / auth. And right now we only need to use one more thing, and that is exception, because we are going to write a try and catch function in this controller, so we require to write exception. So right now, since we installed Socialite and write it over here and here, so right now what will happen is that here in the login page we have this login with Facebook option, and if we click on this login with Facebook option, it will call this route, and this route will call this function, and this function will come over here and call the driver from Facebook, and it will redirect us to the Facebook login page. So right now if I just refresh over here and if I click over here login with Facebook option, here you can see it will took us to this page, and here if I click over here continue as yamin, it should take me to the dashboard, but it will give us an error right now if we click on it continue as yamin, because we haven't write any function for the auth Facebook callback. So we are required to write a function for this route, which is Facebook redirect. So let's go to our Facebook controller and write a function for this Facebook redirect function. So here we are going to say public function, this one to first bracket to second bracket, and right now inside this public function Facebook redirect we're going to copy some code. I already have that code in my notepad over here, you can see, and do not worry, I'll give this code in the first comment so that you will be able to easily copy it out and paste it in your code. Okay, so don't worry. So here you can see we have a try catch over here. It is a total like 12 line of code. Okay, so do not worry, it is really simple, and I'll explain every line here as well. So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it over here. So here you can see, first of all, in this function we have the try. So first of all, in this try function using Socialite, we are checking that if there is any logged in Facebook account, and we are storing it in the user variable, and then we are checking if this certain user exists in our user table in our database. If it exists, then it will redirect the user to the dashboard, and if it does not exist, then it will create a new user giving the Facebook name and Facebook ID and a dummy password. We will just write over here, and then it will return the user to the dashboard. So if the user already logged in with that certain Facebook account, then it will just directly send the user to the dashboard. And if the user is first time click on the login with Facebook account, then it will create a account in the database table and then redirect the user to the dashboard. And if there is an error, it will catch the error and show a message. Okay, I think there is on extra second bracket. Let me just check it. Yes, okay, there is no issue. So let's save it, Control S. So right now let's go back, and we actually set everything. So right now we should be able to easily log into our Facebook account. So right now let's just go back and let me just refresh here again. So right now we'll click on this login with Facebook option, and it will ask a permission. Then we'll click over here, continue as yamin. It may ask if you are not logged in, it will ask you for username and password. Okay, it gives us an error, app HTTP controller, Facebook controller, PHP. Okay, I don't think we should have got this error, app HTTP controller, Facebook controller dot 58. So it is actually calling back, but it is not working properly. Okay, let me just go back and check it out. Localhost 8000, and I think if we go to our quick start, then okay, localhost 8000. Let me just go back. Okay, I think the problem is over here that we have the IP address over here. So let's just change it to localhost, the same as this one. I think this might solve our issue. Okay, localhost. Let's click login with Facebook. Okay, we are about to successfully log in using our Facebook account in Laravel. So I tried to make this tutorial as easy as possible. I hope you understand everything clearly, and if you have any question, you can always let me in the comment section, and I would like to really appreciate if you like this video and leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next tutorial.